Khao Niew Mamuang, a sweetness older than the kingdom that loves it, from the rice fields of old Siam, where the sticky grain has been steamed in cloth and bamboo for more than 1,000 years, and the hot season mango is the reward for waiting. This is a dish that cannot be hurried. The rice must drink overnight, 12 slow hours in cool water. And the secret the old kitchens keep is small but absolute. The warm syrup goes onto the rice while it is still steaming. Cool it even a little, and the grain forgets how to drink. Patience here is the whole recipe. Servings 4. 12 hours of soaking, 35 minutes of gentle heat, 1½ cups of Thai glutinous rice, 1 cup of coconut milk, ½ cup of coconut cream, 2 ripe yellow mangoes, ½ cup of palm sugar, ½ teaspoon of sea salt, ¼ teaspoon of table salt, and 1 tablespoon of toasted split mung beans. We begin the night before. Wash the glutinous rice in cool water, again and again, until the cloudiness clears and the water runs bright. Then let it rest submerged for 12 hours. The grain swells in the dark, softening slowly, becoming ready. There is nothing to do now but sleep and let the rice do the same. In the morning, drain the rice and wrap it loosely in damp cheesecloth. Set it inside a bamboo steamer over softly boiling water. 30 minutes of rising steam. Slowly, the grains turn from chalky white to glistening and translucent. You can smell it before you see it. The warm, milky scent of rice that is finally awake. While the rice steams, we make the sweet coconut. In a small saucepan over low heat, 1 cup of coconut milk, ½ cup of palm sugar, ½ teaspoon of sea salt. Stir gently until the sugar disappears into the cream. No boiling, only warmth, until it turns smooth and golden and sweet. Now, the moment everything depends on. Tip the steaming rice into a wide bowl and pour the warm coconut over it at once while both are still hot. Fold them together, slow and tender. Then cover the bowl and wait 20 minutes. The rice drinks the coconut in, grain by grain, until it is glossy and whole and shining. There is one more pour to make. In a clean saucepan, ½ cup of coconut cream, ¼ teaspoon of salt. Warm it for only 3 minutes, just until it thickens. Never let it boil, or the cream will break and the oil will weep out. We want it silken, a quiet ribbon of salt against all that sweetness. And now, the mango. Peel the 2 ripe fruits and slice them in long, slow cheeks of gold, Spoon the warm coconut rice beside them. Pour the salted cream over the top. Let it pool and run. And last, a scatter of toasted mung beans for the smallest, gentlest crunch. The plate is gold and white. The wait is over. Long before this was a dessert, it was survival. Glutinous rice, the sticky grain, is one of the oldest cultivated rices in the world, grown across the uplands of mainland Southeast Asia for thousands of years. In the north and the northeast of Thailand, in Laos beside it, sticky rice was never a side dish. It was the meal itself, eaten by hand, formed into small, warm balls. And the mango that belongs to the heat. When the hot season comes to Thailand, the orchards turn heavy with fruit. The fragrant nam dok mai, sweet as honey and soft as butter. The people of the Central Plains learn to marry the two, the everyday grain of the north and the perfumed fruit of the southern summer, bound together with coconut. The market grandmothers will tell you the rice must rest in the covered basket, never in the cold, that coldness is the enemy of stickiness. They sell it from glass carts in the bright afternoons, the mango already sliced, the coconut already poured, wrapped in a banana leaf or a small plastic bag. A coin or two, and the whole hot day softens. Today, this humble plate has traveled the world, a quiet ambassador for an entire cuisine. Yet at home, it remains what it always was. Not a luxury, a comfort. The taste of the hot season, of patience rewarded, of something simple made with great and unhurried care. Lift a spoonful now. Warm rice, cool mango, the salted cream between them, sweet and salt, and the soft crunch of the beans. Close your eyes, and it is afternoon in a country built on rice. Khao Niew Mamuang survives because it asks for so little and gives back so much. A grain that fed the poor, a fruit that crowns the summer, and the patience to let them become one. And the table, at last, is set.